Hello, welcome to Learning to Drum. I'm your host, Adam Tevlin. We are in week 47, episode 44. Last week we had a little bit unconventional of an episode, right? What a treat to talk to Fred Pierce and gather some knowledge, and I thought it was very thoughtful. I think that was actually one of the best compliments anybody had paid me as far as another drummer to another drummer. That was that I'm a good family guy. And yes, I have 3 kids, and obviously you already know one of them. Part of the reason why this show's been so long in the making, we're talking about building the studio, the lights, the cameras, the computers. I went through 2 computers. And then of course I have a family. I really think that yes, the most important thing is family first. So if you haven't talked to a relative or even a friend in a long time, pick up that phone, send them an email, send them a text, letting them know that, hey, I'm thinking about you. Okay, so this week, and yes, if it's your first time watching, please go back to episode 1. At least watch last week. And that was a cool one. All right. So this week, though, we are going to go into solo number 9. That's right. After solo number 9, we only have one more solo to go to. We're wrapping it up here in the season. We're getting close down to the wire. So this is just typically what I would read in a concert band or orchestra. There's really not too many complicated rhythms in there as far as like the 16th notes, although it is used. So just keep that in mind. But before we get into solo number 9, it's test time. Okay. We're going to be doing the Flamadiddle at 70 beats per minute. It is not that bad. Hopefully you're there by now. I try to make these goals obtainable as much as I can, so that way you don't feel overwhelmed or whatever. So let's go ahead and do our Flamadiddles. I will have my 16th notes dialed up on my metronome, and we're going to start at 50. All right, here we are at 50. Flamadiddle, 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 Flamadiddle. Okay, here we go. Right hand up. 1, 2, 1, and a 2, and Flamadiddle, play E, and Okay, good. All right, now up to 60. 60. Flamadiddle, Flamadiddle. Okay, ready? 1, 2, 1, and a 2, and ready, and a play, and. Okay, good. All right, now for our test tempo. Now, if you're struggling there at 60, that's okay. Remember, we're taking it at your pace, so no fret, okay? Everybody's a winner on the show, right? 1, that's 70. 2, 1, and a 2, and ready, and a go. Cool. How did you do? Hopefully you did good. Keep practicing even on the old stuff, the stuff that we've done at the beginning. How about the accent exercise on one hand? Have you done that in a while? All right. So without further ado, we're going to go to page 48, and that is solo number 9. Up at the top, we have a term called a la marcha, okay, which is kind of march-like. And that's all that it means is just march-like. March-like tempo, march-like feel, all right? And as we said earlier, marches could be written in 4, and 2, and 6, as well as 12 in this case scenario. So, a couple of new musical terms to go over, okay, which is accelerando. So what does that mean? What does it mean to excel? Well, it means to get faster, right? And that's what accelerando means. It's abbreviated as ACCEL, period, as you can see there. Now, another term is retardando, or retard for short. Okay, and what that means is to slow down, all right? And the last term is a tempo or at tempo. A tempo means taking that tempo that was previously played, right? So in this case scenario, in solo number 9, we noticed at measure 14, okay, we have that accelerando there, right? Up to where we have the MF, or the mezzo forte, and you can see that now equals 125. Now when I play this solo for you at tempo, I won't be able to have a metronome going. My metronome's not that sophisticated to where it changes as I'm playing, but just so you can get an idea of what that's going to sound like, you're going to hear that accelerando. And then down at the bottom there at measure 36, you're going to see the ritornando, okay? Me slowing down to the a tempo there at measure 38. I think that's 38. My eyes, I'm telling you. Without further ado, I'm going to play it at tempo so you can hear what it's going to sound like. And then we'll go and break it down 4 measures at a time. Here we go. And I'm just going to let you hear what 115 sounds like. Okay, ba-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Okay, and then 125 is going to sound like this. Not much difference. So it's a little faster, right? Okay, so back to 115. Okay, I got that. All right. So remember, I'm not going to play it with the metronome. So here I go without a metronome. All right. I said last week I'd be lost without a click track, right? Well, we'll see. All right. There it is. All of solo number 9 at roughly tempo. Now we're going to break it down, but we're not going to do it at 115. We are going to do it at 90. 2. First 4 measures. 2. Here we go. Oh, I went over a little bit. All right. All right, so that was measure 5 going into 6, but that was the first 4 measures though. Now let's go ahead and do the next 4, which is 5 through 8. Ba-da-da-da, da-da-da-da, da, da-da-da-da. Da-da switches it up on you, okay? Here we go. Next 4 bars, 5 through 8. 1, 2, 1, 2, fortissimo, play. Okay, and that is it for the first 8 bars. Now we take a look at the next 4 bars. Now that first measure is a little tricky. Remember those quarter notes, okay? So it's ba 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 da 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 ba da da ba 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 da 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 ba 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 da 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 da. Repeat, okay? So we're going to repeat on that. We do have a first and second ending, okay? So, and let's just try to do the second ending. Ba 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 da. So we'll do the repeat and the second ending. Here we go. Don't forget to repeat. Pianissimo. 1, 2. 1, 2. Here we go. Okay, cool. All right, not too bad. This isn't too bad, right? Okay, now the accelerando part. This is your judgment. You do not have to specifically go to 125. You just want to make this passage a little bit quicker. That's all I'm trying to do there. Ba ba da ba ba da ba ba da da da. You kind of heard that before? Well, that's kind of what the rhythm is right here. Okay, so it kind of picks it up a little bit. I'm not going to take the accelerando. We're just going to go through this rhythmically, okay? You know, we can hear how that sounds, but yes, on your own, you're going to excel during those first 2 measures, but we're keeping the same tempo here. There we go. 2, here we go. let's go into the next 4 bars. Ba ba ga da da ba ga da 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 ga da da ga da 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 ga da da. Here we go for measures 20 to 23. 2, 1, 2. Here we go. All right, good. Now the last 6 bars. Ba-da-da-da-da-da-da. Okay, it's just kind of like a statement, right? And then we're going to slow it down until we get to the odd tempo. Now, here in this case scenario with the metronome, we're not going to do that. But at home, you could do this on your own, okay? Last 6 bars, here we go. 2, 1, 2, here we go. No retard. Okay, so that's it. There is, at the odd tempo, just a little bit pull back on the dynamic. Don't get too fretted with the fortissimo forte thing there. But that is solo number 9. Now, usually what I would do is I'd play it with you at a slower tempo, but because we have that accelerando and retardando, I'm going to let you folks go on that, and hopefully you can have some fun with it. Always go back, practice the old stuff, keep up with it. Well, that's what we have for this week on Learning a Drum. I'm your host, Adam Tevlin. Join us next week. We're going to be going into more time signatures, okay? So stay tuned and always remember to keep swinging those sticks.